What's happening in the United States right now is having a profound impact on CSOs working in countries like Sri Lanka. And most importantly, because the CSOs are seen as those who promote the values and notions of Western democracy, human rights, and pluralism. Hence, there's a negative perception towards the CSOs and their work at present. And secondly, the nationalist extremist leaders and groups in these countries are using United States as an example in terms of propagating and promoting their supremacy and majoritarian ideas and actions. How the CSOs in US can help CSOs here? First, they can help in terms of increasing the non-governmental funding through foundations and philanthropic support to balance the government versus non-government funding to CSOs. And secondly, we need to create a new way of learning, sharing jointly, and also looking at joint strategies and collective responsibility in terms of addressing these emerging more common challenges in these countries. And finally, with regard to what's happening in terms of policing in the United States, I have three suggestions. The first one is to look at the representation and the reflection of the social fabric into the police force, both in terms of personnel but also in terms of hierarchy. This is important for trust and confidence of all the communities in the country. And secondly, looking at and clarifying the role of policing, and it's not just in the law and in books but also in practice, and to look more in terms of community policing aspects. And finally, and most importantly, addressing the overall culture of violence. In a society where the culture of violence is accepted as a means to address concerns and issues, it's going to be a big challenge if those cultural aspects as well as structural aspects are addressed in terms of culture of violence.